Okay, next one is L, that the board approve the 2011-2012 administrative salary package as presented by the Finance Committee. At this time, the committee is voting with and recommending a no increase.
I move that.
Second.
Comments?
Why would you recommend that when we're spending $86,000 for the teachers? Why would you not give the administrators a raise?
Well, because the teachers have direct influence on our children. They're in the
They
classroom.
don't? Your administrators don't have direct influence on the children? They don't have any influence, or what?
It's a direct influence.
When did we start this process, and why did it take so long?
When did we start it?
February, March?
In March. I guess you could have asked that before now, Mark, you know, I mean, if you felt that it needed to be brought up or needed to be pushed forward then, we could have started it back then. But,
I did want to say, as a member of the Finance Committee, we met at 7 o'clock tonight again on this, and I told Sean and Roger that I was going to speak up here and say that, you know, this was a majority of the Finance Committee, not a consensus. And I worked to get a consensus view, and I wasn't able to do that. And I'm going to vote no on this motion, and I encourage the other school board members to vote no on this motion.
I guess what would that cost? $7,000, $8,000, $10,000?
Mark has it estimated out at $8,200.
What cost again?
Increase in cost to the district.
I think I gave everybody a sheet. It's actually less cost with Michelle Raper. It's less than what we
But the salary increases were $8,186 if we go with 2.5%.
this is our recommendation, and then you can vote the way you want to vote.
Do you know what the salaries are, Mark?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the reason behind the no increase?
And
Well, we had one, Roger was talking about it. We looked at several different reasons, but as a finance committee, or as a finance committee, we came forward, this is what we're doing. This is what we're recommending to the board.
Me personally, I looked at a couple of things. I looked at, I'm a black and white guy, I looked at board evaluation towards the superintendent. I won't go into details. I looked in the climate of culture. Perhaps the culture that says the board members should not be in an interview because they wouldn't know what we're talking about anyway. It could be something like that. That's just kind of overall. I don't want to go through another year like we've gone through with the, you know, I'd like to see a management team, I guess, that could handle conflict a little better when somebody comes to the board meetings with perhaps a different opinion. A management team that would accept these opinions without pushback. I got extreme pushback just asking questions on information that I needed to make the decision.
Roger, I can see you doing that for my salary. Well, what about the principal?
Are you willing to take some of your salary out to give it to the
No, I'm just saying, why would you freeze that? Why would you freeze that?
No, Roger, you can't say that. I mean, that's kind of bull.
Also, when Sean met with me today, he said it was not based at all upon my performance. That's exactly what he said.
Well, that's his reason.
Well, he was speaking for the committee.
No. I even said that, Mark. I was not speaking for the committee because I said this committee left that room. We will not discuss anything that was discussed in that committee. I will not share anything that he said. I will not share anything he said. I will not do that. That's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. I will tell you what my opinion is from my standpoint, and that's it.
So what is your reason?
I'm losing my freeze because I truly believe right now, I agree with what Roger's saying to a point, there is a climate out there. I think we need to look at this. I think we need to take a hard look at this year and look at what has gone on. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it up to the board to make their determination. This is a recommendation.
Excuse me, Sean. We have a lot of positive things that have happened in our school district too this year.
There's been a lot of tough things, and they've been handled very professionally.
we've
And
improved
A
our
lot of
budget over
tough
the
things in the
last.
last 2 or 3
And
years.
that's fine, that's why I said, that's why I'm gonna leave it up to this board to decide which direction they want to go to as a board.
I guess I was still president in December when we done the evaluation, and I didn't see a problem with them.
Okay, I don't wanna go there either, because there was a problem, and it wasn't even brought up, and we're not gonna go there.
When I asked a question about the
If
transportation.
you wanna go to the executive session, then you can call for it. And see if anybody else wants to go to a second.
When I questioned Transportation Committee's recommendation, I was told that I didn't appreciate what they had done, the time they had put in. Why is this any different? The committee has made a decision, they worked a long time at it. We can take it or leave it however we want to. And that's what a board is about. We don't all have to agree, obviously.
And that's what I told the committee. I said I'd go along and I'd make a second on this. It was the committee's recommendation, but again, I'd encourage you to vote no, and either we do a different motion or kick it back to committee.
And I can live with that, David, that's what we talked about.
Yeah, I guess part of the culture that I see is we want to increase perhaps administration salary, but then if the board votes no, I see down here in the discussion items, all of a sudden we want to increase our administration hours, our FTEs to the administration. And here we can't even increase our social studies FTE. I guess I'd rather talk about increasing our classroom instruction than increasing the hours of administrators, because they have more of a direct impact on our students.
Well, I think you got good administrators and you're gonna lose them if you don't want to give salary increases. We're rated, what, 9th or 10th in the conference for Mark, not even close to the center. Jeremy's about at the bottom. Jim Rose has been here 16, 17 years and he's in the middle. I don't think it's fair. I've been a vote no, and I encourage everybody else to do also.
Let's take a roll call right now.
Jacobson.
Yes.
What is the big?
The motion is that we leave this at no increase. Yes would be no increase, and no would be to kick it back to the committee.
Or someone that can make another motion because it's an agenda item.
That's true. Roll call?
Jacobson.
Yes.
Ochsner, no. Kleinschmidt.
Yes.
Lightline.
No.
None.
Yes.
Shelkoff.
Yes.
Billmeyer.
No.
Donovan.
No.
Maloli.
Yes.
5-4. Motion passed.
Okay.